Greg, go ahead and get started.
Antonio, how you doing today?
How you doing, Rick?
I'm doing well. I'm doing well. How did you feel about the play of the defense overall against Louisiana Tech? What jumped out?
Pretty much coming out in the first half was a little bit flat. Guys was running to the ball, pursuing the ball pretty hard, but it was just kind of flat and I don't know, kind of just down. Second half, coach got us going. He had a feel for what they was doing. The defense kind of had a feel for what they was doing, and then we were able to execute everything he played, and we was able to play faster, and it showed.
Yeah, you guys held them to, I think it was 35 yards as a defense in the second half. What was the key overall just to being so effective against a group that's usually pretty strong on offense?
I think it was Coach Nix. I think Coach Nix had a great feel and putting guys in the right spots, making great play calls, and just the players executing what he was calling. And everybody had that juice coming out in half. And I think we really believed that we belonged, and we knew we belonged, and we knew what we could do. And I think guys just truly believed and bought into what we was doing, and everybody just was executing on every cylinder.
Can a performance like that do something for the defense going forward, building confidence into future games?
I mean, we always have confidence. Our confidence is always there. But definitely with that type of performance, it definitely add a boost, and it definitely shows all of the guys we actually could do something pretty special if we continue to execute what the coaches is calling.
How'd you feel about your play individually in that game?
It's so much things I left out there. I could have been a lot better on the perimeter, getting guys down on the ground when they try to block me, or even just getting off the blocks faster. I usually do a pretty good job of getting a feel for it, guessing and getting off blocks, but I feel like I got to do that better going forward. But other than that, pretty good performance.
You had a hand in a couple of turnovers. Can you start with the forced fumble? What happened on that play?
I got to give credit to Rashad Wisdom just as much I get the credit for it. He got the guy stood up in time for me to get there and punch at the ball. So I got to give Rashad Wisdom a lot of credit for that as well, to give me time to get over there and get the ball out.
And how about that interception at the end? That seemed like a kind of right place, right time sort of thing. But what did you see on
Absolutely.
that?
It just was that D-line hunting. It was my Sam backer, C9, just going after there, going to get the quarterback, making him throw a wobbly throw. And then I was just in the right spot at the right time and was able to get under it and secure the ball to secure a win.
Yeah, like you mentioned, that's the play that really kind of finalized the game and sealed it for you guys. What was the emotions like when you hauled in that interception?
Oh, I just knew it was over. I just knew we had just got a win. I knew the ball was in my hands, and I just wanted to make sure I really secured it and get down so our offense could get it, take a knee, which is the best play in a football game. Take that knee, and then we was able to get out there with a win. You always got to be happy with that.
Corey was just telling us that you guys really put an emphasis in practice on forcing turnovers and making things happen. How much is that something you talk about?
We do it every day of practice. So for me to go out there and do it in the game with their practice, it just showed a lot of what we do in practice. Coach emphasized a lot of going to get the ball out, and he made a huge emphasis last week on strip attempts, get the ball out. And I just was happy I was able to do that for Coach Nix, because he really emphasized that last week.
How about for you individually? How are you feeling about the way that you've been playing week to week here?
I'm just getting better. I just keep on listening to what the coach is telling me. I keep watching the film, just keep on going in there and tweaking my game every week. And that's what I look to continue to do, just continue to get better. I'm nowhere near where I need to be, but I'm getting better every week. And I look forward to do that in the future, continue to get better.
What are some of those things that you've been able to tweak or improve week to week?
Just really getting a feel for the game, really, with the amount of reps I've been taking. Just really just getting a feel for it, as far as fatigue, getting able to get out there, not get tired, really have a feel for it, getting able to line up, get my guys lined up, get a play call, really just moving fast, and it's just snapping way faster. So that was something that I'll say I have gotten a whole lot better at, getting lined up and having a sense of urgency and doing what I'm asked to do.
Are there some different focus areas for you going forward, or are those the places you want to continue trying to improve?
My focus area right now is just really, like I said, last game I didn't like myself on the perimeter. I was delivering a shot and I was knocking guys back, but it's time to put guys on the ground and be even more physical and bring an edge when someone's trying to block me. So to let other opponents know you can't come out here. So I just want to do that going forward. And that's something that I want to tweak and definitely work on going forward.
Corey was just telling us that your just intensity in your approach really stands out on the field. That's something that you see in yourself?
Yeah, it's just me. It's just always been in me to just get going, get locked in, know what I got to do, and then execute whatever I'm asked to do. That's always been the type of guy I've been. So to get a compliment from my teammate like that is I like it.
Does that have an impact on the guys around you? Do they kind of have to rise to that level when you play with that mentality?
Oh yeah, definitely. Once you see a guy rolling, and once you see a guy really getting into it, and he's hyped and he got a lot of energy, you better bring the energy with him because everyone is counting on you. And definitely on that defense, we handshake. So when we go out there, everybody look each other in the eye, and we know we got our brother is counting on us, and you can't let your brother down. So that's the brotherhood that we have. So you got to bring it.
How do you evaluate the cornerback group so far this year? It seems like you guys have found a few options that have been pretty effective.
Those guys, man, they do a great job. They got a lot of speed. They got a lot of length. Those guys are smart in that room. And those guys do a great job of what Coach Graham asked them to do. Every one of them is working every day. They do a great job of feeding off of each other, and that's what you want. I mean, I'm pretty sure Coach Graham is happy to have a lot of depth right there and to continue rolling different guys in and keeping guys fresh and definitely keep finding new guys. And that definitely happened in that room. Those guys are getting better and better each week.
Are you guys getting more comfortable with your communication between corners and safeties as time goes on?
Absolutely. Everybody have a feel for what the coaches is asking us to do, and definitely with the play calling, everybody is getting real comfortable. So now it's just getting a call, seeing what the opposing team is lining up very, very quick. So everybody is definitely getting comfortable with the play calling and what we're asked to do.
One of the interesting things about your defense is the amount of blitzing pressure that you bring from secondary players, whether it's cornerbacks or even some safety.
Yep.
How much of an advantage is that for you guys, or why do you guys do that? What can that problems create for an offense?
I mean, keep them on their toes. They don't know what's coming at them. They got to stay on their toes. They don't know what's coming. They don't know who's coming. And we just mixing a lot of things up, and that's always great when you got when you can make the opposing team stay on their toes and not get them in the groove. So that's a great job by Coach Nix.
Is that blitzing a skill that comes naturally for you and the other secondary players, or is that something that kind of had to be developed once that became a pretty common play call?
I think you get a feel for it. You get a feel for the snap count of the cadence of with the opposing quarterback, and then just repping it. And once you get comfortable with doing that week by week, guys will be able to roll and be able to get comfortable with it. And a lot of our guys in the secondary, we all moved around from different positions and different things like that. So everybody is versatile and could do it. So definitely.
Anything in particular about FAU that jumps out this week? What sort of challenges do they present?
It's a great team. They play with a lot of energy. They're going to fight. They very good on the perimeter, have some good backs, some good receivers, a good quarterback. And it's a team that we're going to have to prepare well for. So that's what we look forward to doing.
Hector?
Antonio, good morning.
Good morning.
Hey, curious, at practice, when you stare across the field and you see Sincere lining up, what do you see? And what do you see as the play develops?
Sincere is a good back. I mean, it's one cut and he's up the field. So when he's back there, you got to know, you got to get a spot for him and take great angles because he'll make you miss. He'll make a few guys miss and get out. Sincere is a great running back, and he's one of the better backs that we have in this conference.
Does it take a second to register, Antonio, that you're on the same team as the country's leading rusher?
I mean, we don't really look at stats too much. I think our approach to every day is just getting better and practicing hard. We don't really look at the stat lines and the different accolades that come with names and players on our team. We just go out there and try to get better every day. And I think he'll say the same. We know we have some talent. We know what we got, but we don't really too much look at accolades and who's the leading rusher and different things like that. We just go out there and go hard, and Sincere does that as well.